All right, welcome to the expanding video. If you want to title your notes, we are looking at properties of logs, and I believe that's section 8.5 or 8.4 in your textbook. Expanding. So we have e minus x plus p minus a plus n. We are going to take things that are not expanded, things that are condensed, and expand them. So we know the rules, laws of exponents, right? We take e to the second times e to the third, and we get e to the what? When we multiply two things with the same base, what do we do with the exponents? Yes, you probably just said add the exponents. That is correct. Okay, what about when we divide? When we take x to the fifth and divide by x to the third, we have the same base, we keep the same base, and do what with the exponents? Yes, we subtract. Okay, so here it would be x to the second. Here it would be x to the negative 1 or 1. Oh, not negative 1. We're adding. X to the fifth. Okay. When we have power to a power, what do we do with our exponents here? That is correct. We would multiply. All right. Good. So we need to keep this in mind when we look at our new rules. So I want you to write this down. Log. Now this is just a common log. There is no base, but we're going to be doing it with all sorts of bases. So the log of a times b, the product of a times b, can be expanded into, really, with logs, we're talking about exponents. So when we're multiplying a and b, we add log a plus log b. We can expand it and add log a plus log b because these are simply two exponents. All right. So I'll show you some examples and how that works. When we have log a divided by b, we can expand that to be log a divided by log, we can expand it to log a minus log b. And if we have log a to the nth power, that power ends up being multiplied. So we bring it out in front, n times log a. So we wouldn't write that x because that kind of looks like a variable. We would just write n log of a. Okay? All right, so let's try some. Oh, that's the same slide, sorry. All right, so I'm going to do two and then I'm going to let you do a couple. So here we have log base 10. This is a common log, and we're going to expand it because it's a multiplication. When we multiply two powers with the same base, we add the exponent, so it's going to be log of 6 plus log 11. That's it. I just expanded it. All right, I'm going to do one more, and then I want you guys to do the next two. So notice here we had log. I kept the same base. Log base 10, common log. But here we have log base 5, so I'm going to keep that log base 5. Log base 5 of a plus, because we're multiplying, log base 5 of b plus log base 5 of c. So notice here we had three parts because there were three things being multiplied together. All right, I want you to please hit pause, try the next two, and check and see if you got it right. So hit pause right now, try 3 and 4. You should have gotten this. So here we have base 2, log base 2, log base 2, and we separate three separate pieces. Log base 2 of 3 plus log base 2 of x plus log base 2 of y. And that would be expanded. Right here, we start with a natural log, so we keep a natural log of k and natural log of p, and we're adding because it's multiplied. So we have to be careful when things are multiplied together, we break them apart, expand them, and we are adding. All right, let's look at the division. So if we have log of a quotient, a divided by b, we can expand it to log a minus log b. So here we keep the same log base 3, because we're dividing. When we divide exponents, we keep the same base and we subtract the exponents. So we're going to go log base 3 of p minus log base 3 of x. That would be that one. All right. We can try one more. Natural log of z minus natural log of 4. Now, I often do my logs cursive just because it makes it clear that like this is an L and not, somebody said, how do you know that's not a 10? So sometimes you can do it kind of curly like cursive. All right, so here's two more. I want you to try on your own. Try these. So go ahead, hit pause, try them, and make sure you got them. Your answer should be this. So make sure you have common log, right? Log base 10 of 3 minus log base 10 of r, or common log of r, and log base 6 of x minus log base 6 of 7. All right, so we have one more property to check out. Right here, if we have a to the nth power, that power to a power, we multiply the exponents. So we're going to use multiplication in this case. When we have common log of 3 squared, we can take this 2 and move it out front. 2 times common log of 3. And that is that property. Now this one is a little more complex. Notice we have both pieces. So we have a product here, and we have raised to the 4th power. So this 4th power is going to go out in front. 4 natural log of x. But now we have to combine 2 different rules. We have the power rule, but we also have the product here. When we have a product, we need to add. Now the 4 applies to both the x and the y. So I need to go 4 again, and the natural log of y. So do you see what just happened? This turned into that. This 4 applies to both pieces because of the parentheses, and we broke it down. All right, so let me give you 2 more problems. Try these. Be careful, and we'll check the next slide. So hit pause, try them, and then we'll check and see if you got it. All right, so you should have gotten this. You want to note that here our exponent is different than here. So we have, on the first one, we have 3 log base 5 of x. And on the second part, we have a plus because we're multiplying here. And the 7 is in front for the second part. So 3 times log base 5 of x plus 7 log base 5 of y. That would be expanding. All right, and here, check it out. We have the 2 that goes here. And why are we subtracting in this case? Because we're dividing. Good. Okay, so when we divide, we're going to subtract. When we multiply, we're going to add. When we have an exponent, we're going to pull it out in front. All right. Is that it? Clear? All right. Here are a couple problems. You could try expanding. So practice some of these guys. Right? So here we have 4 times 6 divided by 5. So I have a couple things happening. Log base 2 of 4. Because it's times, I'm going to go plus log base 2 of 6. So I have that whole thing in the numerator divided by 5. So I'm going to subtract log base 2 of 5. Notice I have this in parentheses because I need to take this whole thing on top and divide it by 5. Okay? All right. So try a couple of those. Make sure you're okay with that. We will be practicing in class definitely. So here, let's try one more. 5 applies to both of these pieces. The multiply becomes an add. So we have 2 log base 3s. Log base 3, log base 3. The 5 comes out in front. 5 times log base 3 of 2 plus 5 times log base 3 of 7. And that would be my answer. All right, so try a couple of those, and we will practice more in class. All right, thanks for watching.